This short video is in fulfillment of oral response to the church history. And I am responding to few questions. How is some portion of the history we are studying impacting me as a person? And I will describe the history briefly, and then I will talk about why am I responding as I am. And then lastly, I will talk about what else would I like to know? How has this history impacted my community? And what would I like others to know about this history? To begin with, how some portion of the history I'm studying impacted me or is impacting me, I will begin by responding to state that the history that I am studying um, in this class is impacting me in many ways. Um, I will first begin to say that I'm having a form of mixed feelings, particularly with what I have known so far. At some point, to be honest, in this course, I felt discouraged with what I learned, particularly about Constantine. Um, I will come back to discuss why I felt discouraged about him. But another portion that has impacted me is the in-house fight between the Catholics and the Protestants, and then the continual attack Christians have seen since the early 4th century. But it's important to note that Christians have been legally and illegally targeted and destroying churches. They confiscated, the people confiscated their properties, holding them in hostages, and then most killing them. But it is also fair to note that most of these attacks did not come from outside, but majority of them were between among Christians themselves. And so to describe this history in terms of why this is so, I have become really concerned about the origin of the creeds, particularly the Nicaea, Constantino, uh, the Chalcedon, which brought together the early church councils, particularly which is known as the first, fourth ecumenical councils, and between 325 to 451. I'm concerned deeply about that council, that creed, and how the church was in fact formulated. The reason I'm responding that way is because of, again, my concern about the role Constantino had played, not only him, but Arius, Alexandria, and all of the role they played. But not only that, what was even more troubling to me is that the very first meetings that were held at the Nicaea in 325, those meetings that contained Constantino in 381, the meeting that was held at Ephesus in 431, and the meeting that was held at Chalcedon in 451. These meetings raised questions, serious questions about uh, the person of Jesus. It places a dark cloud over the divinity of Jesus and, in fact, how he should be seen. It was all because of these very crucial meetings that we have seen during this period. As a result of these meetings, um, it poses questions, and to me, it brought some form of division to know whether Jesus can be equated to God or not. And so that kind of argument that was raised, it poses some serious kind of doubt in the faith of many. And um, what I would like to know, maybe further from this point, and how the history has impacted my community, mainly is that I would love to know more about Constantine. I would love to know more about Constantine. The history of Constantine is somehow a little bit um, affecting my community directly. And one way I will express, I will begin by giving an example. Few years ago, I encountered a group of Christians, other denomination. These people, they claim that they are the only true church of Jesus Christ here on earth. And in their claim, they say, well, every other denomination on earth is practicing and following somebody else's doctrine, not Jesus's doctrine. And they pointed fingers directly at Constantine. And it does seems to me, considering what I know now in this class, that the council of this of the council of this religious group, the Creek, and the role Constantine played, it brought so much doctrinal thing into the church that I believe to some extent that some of them seems to arise maybe from personal emotions, and they might not um, they have played some role in the division of the church more. And what I would like others to know about this history, again, I will mention that I will want others to know about the history of the early church council. The history of the early church council, it got so much deeper thing that I think people need to know. Particularly from the first ecumenical council that was between uh, 325 to 451. And this is the history that I believe everyone or every Christian needs to know about to help them shape their own understanding of Christian faith. And they will be able to understand what theirs was and how they can move forward with their faith. Yeah, the history of the council of or the church council in the first fourth ecumenical council, I would love to know more. And I'm going to invest some time even here after to really dig more into this council, uh, just to be able to strengthen my own theology and to strengthen my own faith. Thank you so much.